everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live again. Welcome to the Teen Magazine Open Conversations, City of Jersey City, Pastor John H. McReynolds, Mayor Stephen Fulop, and HHS, along with the City of Jersey City. Could you believe we are going on 10 shows? I think I'm right about the 10 shows. We started on July 29th, and look, during COVID, still COVID is not going to break us. I am so happy. I'm feeling good. I feel good about our kids. I feel good about our community. I feel good so much is that sometimes people want to make us feel down and get all crazy. But guess what? We are still here with our open conversations, rocking out for our community. Shout outs to my director, Stacey Flanagan, which is going to get on a little later. Shout outs to the Honorable Mayor. I saw him last night. He's just still excited about what we're doing, how we rocking. You know I'm rocking with Revy Rev. So everybody is just in a positive mode for rocking for our kids. So just so for everybody to know and everybody can understand, and I'm really, really happy. Like, is my lashes good? Y'all like, look, I got a little makeup on and stuff. I'm feeling really, really, really good. I'm happy because at the end of the day, we are still here between our masks, between our hand sanitizer, between doing our 6 feet distance. Do not be confused. Please don't be confused. We still have to do this. We have to keep rocking with this because it's important, because this is what's keeping us safe. We want to make sure our children stay safe. We want to make sure our parents stay safe, make sure our family, our loved ones, our kids, everybody stay safe by wearing this mask. This mask protects others from it just all the way around. It just protects. So we have to make sure that we keep one in the car, keep one on you, keep one in your pocket, keep it. Make sure you're using hand sanitizer. I cannot stress this enough. This is so, so important with our whole segment of our team magazine. Uh, y'all know how I feel about the team magazine on what we're doing, not only exposing and making sure our kids have opportunities. Shout outs to Skip over at WBLS, which is not only our partner, my mentor, my friend, my ride or die. What's up, Skip? Hi, everybody over at WBLS and Hot 97. Ebro and Flex that have joined the show. Shayla, Toya, all of y'all. I just love y'all for your commitment and your dedication on what you have done and partnered with us here, with our mayor, with our pastor, with our director, and with our kids. So, yeah, I know how I feel about the kids. The kids are our celebrities. I've been doing this for a long, long time. And at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we keep these open conversations and this communication open, so that we're giving them resources. We're talking about yoga, we're talking about mental health, we're talking about staying safe, we're talking about how they're going to deal with school, how, with their friends, them missing them, whatever it comes up. We even have Jamila T. Davis along with Yandy and Mendici and everybody just coming on that has taken one of our students from Dickinson High School and just putting their arms surrounding them and really rocking out. So I'm saying to you that we have to continue to keep smiling. We gonna keep it going, and we gonna just keep motivating our kids as we just non-stop and rocking. That's the important key, is to rock for our kids. And yes, I'm happy. People talk about, well, what's she so happy about? I'm happy because I'm still alive. That's number one. I'm happy because I'm paying attention to making sure I'm wearing my mask and making sure everybody else around me is staying safe. And that we're getting information out to those who don't have it, to those that want to know it and don't know how to get it. So I think that's why it's so, so important for when we bring guests on the show, as such as our assemblywoman, as such as our director, as such as when we have people from the police department, like literally, it just makes me feel really, really good to know that we're getting accurate information. We're making sure that everybody is open for it, that this Teen Magazine open conversation is there for all of our kids, for all of them. Get them on from the Snyder High School, from Liberty High School, from everybody. I had a huge, huge Google Zoom call with all 8 principals. And when I tell you it was amazing, I have to thank Dr. Walker and Jamie Morales for setting it up and letting me know that the doors are open for us to be able to navigate and be able to enter to show our kids we're there for them. So you say, how do I find out about Teen Magazine? I know it's up on the screen. Is that you can follow us? Is that Teen Magazine NJ? What is it? You're like, what are you doing? Well, first of all, I didn't. Again, I keep telling everybody, I didn't know anything about virtue. I didn't know anything about Zoom. Didn't know any of that. But what I did know is that I needed to take from what we had started over 11 years ago in the basement of the church and bring it to life. And Director Flanagan and Mayor Stephen Fulop allowed us to do that. So now we're here taking from, listen, here it is, from the magazine. We have all like 11 editions and served over 25,000 kids, and literally have taken the magazine and has really just brought it to life, discussing issues. Like right now, the biggest issue is COVID. The biggest issue is school. Our kids are missing their friends. They making sure to get their education, how they apply for college, it's so many different things. And we want to bring on people that will be able to help and navigate them. So in saying all of that, before I bring on our very, very special guest, and I'm so delighted that Skip Delia, let me just say this to you. And Skip, I hope you're watching, because you know I talk about you in front of your face, behind your back, on the phone. I call you 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock in the morning. You're like, am I tired of Tamika yet? You better not ever say that you're tired of me, Skip. Even if you do, it's okay. But Skip Delia and WBLS and Pat Robinson and Toya Beasley, all of them, like literally have just dived in to be able to help us navigate with our children. From Hot 97, from WBLS, I cannot thank you enough from the bottom of my heart of saying thank you for what you have done and what you are doing. I say that sincerely. I don't take it for granted, and I don't take it lightly, along with all our other sponsors. We have Walmart, we have Staples, we have Angelcares, we have, like I said, HHS just rocking out and doing so many different things. I'm just proud that WBLS and Hot 97 is rocking with us. They're rocking with us. They are there from the beginning to the end. And before I bring up my special guest, I just want to be able to talk about him a little bit, because Skip told me some things about him. As a matter of fact, I ain't even gonna talk about him. I'm just gonna put him on. How about that? Shadow, are you in the building?
Hey Tamika, how you feeling?
Hi, Shadow!
Shout out to Team Magazine. Shout out to Skip. Thank you for putting this together, Skip.
Oh
Appreciate it.
my God, Shadow, what's good?
hmm I just loved. I didn't know what you're doing. I've heard about it through the grapevine from Hot and BLS, but now seeing it now and how positive you are, this is really special. And I'm glad to be a part of it for real.
What you know what with Shadow, when Skip, I want to say it was a couple of weeks ago, we
hmm
had lunch and Skip was talking about you, and I've known Skip for a while, and
hmm
he's been a part of just this whole growth of making sure that he's there for our children. And
Right.
the first thing he said, and I'm saying, Skip, I want this, I want this, I want that, I want that, and everything I ask for, Shadow, I get, right. He says, okay, Tamika, just I got you, I got you, I got you, and it's like, and then I always want to make sure it goes together. He said, I have to introduce you. Shadow has to get on the show. I said Shadow can come on the show anytime Shadow want to come on the show. I didn't even know who Shadow was. But anything he says as far as being positive, of us trying to rock out for these kids, and with the climate that we have going on,
yeah.
with it's just a lot going on with COVID, with the racism, with
No,
this,
you're
with
right.
that.
You're right.
So
We have to encourage them, and you're doing that through this show.
well, let me tell you something, Chad. I've been doing this for a long, long time. But Chad, wait, first of all, let me tell you about my hair, right? And I always talk about my hair because I changed it up. Wait, Monique techniques. And I always talk about them because they be watching, and I like to just like get them.
right.
When I
Right.
tell you, they not only make sure that my makeup is good, but then I had to change up, get a wig on, because the next week I have my hair done. I had braids, so I had to switch it up a little bit,
Right. Of
because
course.
this virtue stuff, it's like you never know. So I said, wait a minute, is Shadow coming on today? It's coming on next week. Wait, Shadow coming on? I said, I gotta get my wig right. Skip said, he called me last night and he said, just get whatever you need to get ready, because he's gonna be on there tomorrow. So again, Shadow, I know you're busy. I know your schedule is crazy. I know what you do. I know a little bit what you have done. And Skip, it didn't even matter, because I told Skip, I don't care nothing about that. If you say he's a positive role model and be able to help me with these kids to, bring whatever he can bring to the table to help us navigate, because we're planning something really, really huge that you have no idea when you really follow and know and talk to
right.
Skip. What we about to do at the end right before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Shadow's gonna blow you away. As a matter of fact, I'll talk to you offline because we are going to rock out continuously. Next week, one of the segments we do before we I really get it. I'm so excited. I want to share this with you. We have a segment called Jump Out Cars and Knock on Doors, and we're not
Okay.
the police in a bad way. We rock with the police here in Jersey City. We have our police director, we have our director Tawanda Moody, we have
All right.
director Shay, we have police chief Kelly, we have Elise, and then just our police really rocking for our kids. So we've been jumping out of cars, knocking on doors, and we've been giving away screen TVs. We've been giving away $500. We've been giving away supplies. We've been giving away just everything that you could think of for our children. And I'm so glad that you was able to join. And I will make sure that you have
Yeah.
everything you need so you could see for yourself that how serious it is. But all we're trying to do is give them a little hope, give them a little, letting them know that we know it's tough, we know it's rough, but at the end of the day, we got you.
No,
We got you.
and I want to be a part of that. We'll talk offline, but let me know how I can help with some of those prizes, some of those giveaways. I want to help the kids as much as possible. I used to live in Jersey City, by the way.
Shut
5 years, yeah, from 2000 and maybe 2011 to 2017.
Well,
I lived
Shad,
in
you know,
Jersey
once you're in
City, yeah.
Jersey City, you ours, honey. Look, so
Yep.
look.
Shout out to Jersey. I loved it. Love Jersey City. Love it. Love it.
Well, Shadow. Oh, did Skip ain't tell me that, but look, now you are ours. I told Skip, I said just so you know, anytime anybody get on this show that rocks out for our kids, not only I'm the aide to the mayor and work very closely with our senator, our assemblywoman, and I think our assemblywoman is on now too. Is our assemblywoman on? Is she on? Assemblywoman? Is she okay? I thought she was. Is she there? Assemblywoman? Hey,
Hey,
Diva.
hey, how you doing? Hi, Shadow.
Shadow.
I heard
That's
Hey,
our
hey, Angela.
assemblywoman,
you,
Angela
you're
Hey,
from
McDonald.
Jersey
Angela.
City. You lived in
Look,
Jersey City.
I used to live in Jersey City.
Okay, well, nice
Yep,
to
used
meet
to live in
you.
Jersey City. Thank you, thank you. I miss it though. I miss the views and miss the waterfront over there. Miss everything. It's a beautiful town.
Well, you
well,
always
Shadows,
welcome back.
right, exactly. Hey, Angela, he might have left, but he really don't know. We got him back. Like we done grabbed him back. Skip done gave him back to us. Shadow, since I know your time is limited, and
Okay.
before I actually just really go into this conversation with you, and it's going to help so many kids, I wanted to add Miss Waller, which is our principal from Snyder High School in Innovation. And the reason why I'm adding is because she's been with this from the beginning with us, and I understand that she's on the line as well because we want to definitely see you can see who's who and who's rocking out for
Okay.
us. Is Miss Waller? Miss Waller, could we get Miss Waller on? Is she on? Hi, Miss
Hi, how are you? Hello,
Hey,
hello.
principal.
Waller.
Hi, it's
So,
the Mama McKnight.
Hi, Miss Waller. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
so Shadow, I put the VIPs on for you because very simple. Miss Waller's been rocking with us, and as a matter of fact, they named one of the stores, the gift shop, after me with the work and stuff that we have done. And then COVID, we supposed to have a big ceremony, and then the COVID hit. I said, it don't even matter. Even the thought of you naming the store after me is just like huge in my brain that I'm just grateful. But Shadow, I gotta sincerely say to you, and Miss Waller and Angela, just so you know, Shadow came Holly for us from Skip over at WBLS over Hot 97 to be a part of this navigation that we're just trying to open up doors for our children. And Shadow cleared his schedule where he's able to go ahead and rock out with us for a couple of minutes to be able to share. So the reason why I wanted to add y'all too, normally I would have just interviewed him, but I wanted him on with Principal Waller and our Assemblywoman because two things going to happen. He didn't even open his mouth really, and I'm going to salute him. I'm going to salute him from our mayor. I'm going to salute him from our Assemblywoman. I'm going to salute him from our senator, and I'm going to salute him from all of the other dignitaries that we have at the table with us just because he took the time to rock out for our kids in Jersey City. That's how we get down, Shadow. So saying all of that, Shadow, I'm going to get right to it because I know our kids are watching. I know our kids are excited, and when they find out what you do and who you are and all that good stuff. But for you simply coming on, it's perfect for us. And I just want to tell you, I love you for it. I thank you for it from the bottom of my heart.
No, thank you for
So,
having me too. It's a privilege to be on your channel as well.
what? You might even have me sing. You might want to sign me, Shadow. Let me move my hair. Let me see. Let me get a microphone. Assemblywoman, are you laughing? Because I can do a little rap or something. Are you laughing at me, Assemblywoman?
I want to hear.
Okay. Yeah, all right, whatever. Whatever. So, Shadow, how long? And I guess just so I know now that you have lived in Jersey City and a couple of years, and like your family, no matter. When you got into the business, how do you think not only you getting into the business, how do you think not only has changed the climate, but will be able to help navigate for our children on what we are going through during this whole COVID?
Wow. I mean, that's a big question because when I started, it was about 27 years ago. And I started at a company called Def Jam Records interning. And as we know, interning is the way you break into these companies because it lets you shadow people. It lets you see every facet of every part of a company, whichever it is, if it's banking, entertainment, TV. And so I interned first and watched every department of a record company, which is sales at that time, marketing, promotions, A&R, which is signing and developing talent, and even the presidents and the higher up executives. And I really loved the marketing and promotion aspect of it, and working radio and going with the artists out and doing shows and going to retail and actually selling the records. And that's the part that I got into. So marketing and promotions was my step in. And then I really just navigated through there. But interning really opened my eyes to what I wanted to do. So an internship is highly recommended for anybody that wants to get into the entertainment business.
Wow. Oh my God. So, and you know what?
Yeah.
And we had Flex on and we had Ebro on, and it's so crazy. Flex is my dude. Ebro's my dude. When Flex said the same thing. He said, I was carrying the records. He said,
I
I started
remember. I
yeah.
remember he was carrying Chuck Chill Out's crates back in the day. Guys, this is before, I'm telling my age, but this was before Hot 97. It wasn't Hot 97. Y'all remember when it was Kiss?
When it was Kiss.
It was Kiss FM. And
Now
Flex
you're
was
really
carrying,
telling your age.
yeah, Flex was carrying the crates, and I was bringing vinyl to them and trying to get them to play records. Red Alert was the Flex at that time, and Red was the big DJ in New York, to get at. And it was great because we all came up together and we all saw the evolution of music and the evolution of this business, which was
Wow.
really important. But without interning and doing, you can call it the flunky work.
Okay.
Without doing that flunky work, you couldn't
Right.
get to the next level. So I really encourage the children. I know they're really young right now, but once
Right.
they get into their junior and senior year of high school and obviously into college,
Uh-huh.
they have to intern. They have to
Gotcha.
intern, whatever field that they're looking to get into.
But that's definitely a key point, Shadow, and I'm so glad you touched on that
Hmm.
because now with the intern and fast forward, because I'm looking at you and when I tell you I'm just delighted, I might take my wig off for you because my hair is short too. I got good hair too. Don't be confused at all,
Oh
at
man.
all. When I tell you though, you're getting me excited because the kids need to hear positiveness. Like we going through so much
Yeah.
other stuff, and for
Yeah.
you to come on, you're like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And then you're a man, you're strong in your spot. You're able to come on and be able to tell them that the bottom line is da, 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 da. So whatever way we can make that happen, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
With some of the artists that you have represented,
Hmm.
and we like to share that. If you can share that with us, because
Of
they
course.
all are welcome to come on along with you. They have and again, this show is on our city website with our honorable mayor. Hot 97 and WBLS. Skip is like our rock out guy, and he then took it up a notch. Like I feel like I'm, the little Oprah or something. Like I feel like we got a talk show. We give away cash, we give away TVs, we jump out of cars. You got to see us, Shadow. We be knock on the door. Like it's
I
huge.
love it. I love it.
And
I
we're gonna
love
be able
it.
to show you, Lydia. I know I'm putting you on the spot, Lydia. Maybe you could cue up one of the. We have it in a commercial because we're gonna do the premiere commercial where Shadow can see. Because Shadow be like, yeah, they
I
doing
would
all this
love to see
talking,
it. I
like
would
doing
love
all
to
this
see it.
talking. Let's see what they do. But some of the artists that you represent, or you had the opportunity that you have enjoyed, that they have made a difference and an impact in your life from present to past, or in between.
Man, it's so many, but I'll start from past to present.
Yes.
Pharrell, Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey,
Right.
to when I was at Koch Entertainment, KRS One, Ray J, DJ Khaled,
Right.
Brandy, and to
Right.
present, Megan Thee Stallion, Young Thug, T Grizzly, Gunna, and Shy Glizzy, and just
Right.
a host of great artists. And as you can hear from the names, everybody's different.
Right.
Everybody has their own style, and we cater to each artist differently.
Gotcha.
because they're all different, but we're proud of each and every one of them, especially Megan Thee Stallion, just for what she's doing right now. And
Absolutely.
I don't know if y'all saw that performance on SNL this weekend. She really killed that, just uplifting women, uplifting Black men, and just really standing her ground, as a woman in this business, because we all know that's harder,
Absolutely.
Well, Shadows, I'm gonna tell you right now, me and Walla and Angela, tell her we'll be the backup singers. I'll not here. Tell her, look, wait, but that's what I get for look, that's what I get for like trying to act like I know how to do. But no, and we rock, no, we really mess with her. We are in support of what she's doing and how she done. And again, I tell you, it's so crazy because people be thinking, I don't be knowing what I'm talking about. And then when I say a name, they're like, how you know that? I said, be easy. Be easy. I do know a little something, but tell her whatever she needs or whatever she got us. But it's just I'm so honored that we have you because it makes a difference when it's coming from a male figure. So when you saying from past to present, and especially in the times that we're going through right now, it is like dope because from us, and I'm gonna tell you just from me, I never thought I could do virtual. I never thought I could do Zoom. I didn't know nothing about it. You would think that I knew. I didn't know. Miss Waller, that principal right there, is the one that started me on Zoom on how to do the Zoom call. Then I called the assembly woman. She the assembly woman. She be getting out and jumping out of cars and all this other stuff. They were like showing me how to do it. It's talking about that togetherness and training and teaching, even when we are in our adult life. So you can imagine when we take it all of this and giving it to all our high schools, because we have all of them. Starting next week, we're going to be saluting each high school up until this is our 10th show that we started taping during with this whole COVID.
Congrats on that too.
Shadow, listen.
10 shows is a lot, seriously.
No, Shadow, I ain't even gonna lie. If it wasn't for that damn like Andy and that Jamila and Lydia and my people, Tashonda and Wednesday and Don and my husband and the mayor. When I say it takes a village to like people, because I know how to talk now, as you know, right, Shadow? You know, I'm in that department and rock it out and rocking out for our kids. But it takes people that really rock out for you to not only make you look good, make you get on and do what you have to do and be on time and let's go. So for Skip to have you on, and I know you have high regards for him, he would not put you on nothing that he did not think we're going to be able to rock out and make some huge things happen.
Yeah,
so
I definitely know that. And you know what, in this time, we got to get creative, because one thing COVID did, it got the creativity out of all of us. And I coined the phrase, I'll let you steal it, Tamika, but only you. I called it quarantivity. And quarantivity is
I'm writing it down.
coming up with creative stuff while we're stuck right now. We know we can't get outside. We can't do concerts. We can't do a whole bunch of stuff. But with our quarantivity, you came up with stuff like we're doing right now, which is great. So we got to instill that in our kids.
Absolutely.
Oh no, we're gonna have you forever. I tell me that you not great. Oh, I like that, Shadow. You know what?
You could take it.
I can take it. Miss Waller, you heard that? He said I can take it, Miss Waller. And that's Angela. Yeah. So Shadow, so let me just say this to you before we go any further. I wanted to be able to show you the premiere of our commercial, and again, whatever time, I know your time is limited, I'll get you right off. Let me just show you the premiere of our commercial. Lydia, let's show the commercial.
Let's do it.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm so excited. We are going to surprise some kids today with our teen magazine and teen mentoring kickoff for the city of Jersey City. Hey, what's up? What's up? On behalf of the city of Jersey City, our teen magazine and teen mentoring, we came here to just surprise you. That we salute you and we're proud of you. Smart TV. Yeah. I love you. Yes, Degise! I know you on. Hey, boo, I'm on.
baby, you.
I got you a smart TV. Wanted to make sure you continue your education, and now that you say you're writing, we want to give you some cash. So come here. I'm going to grant you $500 today.
It's a good way to start the morning.
Definitely made me feel better. I've been in a bad place lately.
So let's do it together. Yay! Yay!
I love you guys.
Oh my.
That is awesome, Tamika.
That was great.
That warmed my heart. Yeah, Tamika, please put me down when you're doing the next drive-bys. Put me down for some prizes. Get my number from Skip, and I want to be involved with that, please.
Shadow, let me
I want to be involved in that, please.
Shadow,
Put me down.
Shadow,
Put
I
me
had to
down.
make sure you saw that, and I'm gonna add the other diva on the line, just so, and you know this, I didn't know anything about Instagram either. You'd be like, what the hell did you know? Because I didn't know. Yandy, and you know Yandy from Love and Hip Hop, not only my diva, my sister,
Right.
one of my just a family, my just everything. We started out, and literally she had to take my phone. We was going out. I took her to DC with me with a bus full of kids, her and her mother, and she said, "You got to get on Instagram." I'm like, "All right, whatever. Just take my phone and go to Instagram." And literally, it just built and built. And then she met this other diva and was like, you gotta meet her. And then my management team, Michael McGuire, one of the owners of McDonald's and corporate and all this other stuff, said, you and Jamila need to get it together and get together. I gotta bring Jamila on while you on the line. I'm gonna get you up.
No
Jamila,
problem.
is Jamila in the
Also,
building?
Yandy is a great friend of mine. She managed Jim Jones when
Yes.
we had Jim Jones. So I've known Yandy for over 20 years.
You
That
know
is
what,
that is
Shadow?
my girl. Please tell her
Wait
I
a
said
minute.
hello.
As soon as I hang up, as soon as we get off, I'm gonna call the diva and let her know. But I had to bring this. You think I'm a rock star? This Jamila T. Davis here. When I say, "What's up, diva?"
Hey guys, hey.
Hey.
Hi, Shadow.
Hey, Jamila.
Hi, Councilwoman Angela and Principal Waller.
How are you?
I
Shadow,
am well.
Shadow. I think we're gonna go in the studio with you because I don't know if you saw that little bit when Jamila was like, "Baby, you," and we sitting there watching, right?
I saw
tell
y'all.
you,
I've
Jamila.
been sitting here backstage watching. Shadow, I love your spirit and your energy and your desire to do more for the community. This is dope.
Thank you.
Looking forward
Thank
to
you.
having you on our team to knock on them doors and give away them prizes and keep students happy during a time such as this.
No, I'm down to help. I'm definitely down to help.
Shadow, when I tell you, I teamed up with such, not only with women, we got the best team from, like I said, the Honorable, from my husband, Pastor John H. McReynolds. If you don't know Shadow, my husband started this 11 years ago in the basement of the church with Senator Sandra Cunningham. When I called her to come speak, she's been our speaker for the whole 11 years. Literally, we started in the basement, and then when I started working for the city, the Honorable was like, we got to bring mentoring and the magazine to the city. And I tell you no lie, Yandy, not only we had a big, huge event at McDonald's, which, like I said, Michael McGuire was in charge of. I invited Yandy to come back. Not only she came back, Shadows, and this is why I rock with her. She brought her kids. And we went to Kerry Woods Projects, that you know where it's at. We went to Kerry Woods to rock out for our kids, and she brought out and I've been rocking with her ever since.
Love
She
that.
said, you got to meet Jamila T. Davis. Now, Jamila done came on, and now, because I didn't want to meet with Jamila T. Davis either, Shadow. Let me tell you that. Wasn't
Right.
going to meet with Jamila T. Davis. We
I'm
met.
glad you decided to meet with Jamila T. Davis. How about
Wait, it's so crazy because you got so much stuff going on. Met her, love her. She got us rocking out, doing virtue, doing this whole backstage with her and her team, Lydia, and everybody else. When I tell you, and I had to bring her on because, again, one thing I don't take no credit nowhere. Now, I know how to execute. But when you have a team of people that rock out for you, and it started, like I said, from with my husband, from the mayor, from my director, Stacey Flanagan, and Skip and everybody, I just got to say to you, Shadow, I wanted you to see the commercial. What were you thinking about the commercial, Shadow? What was your thoughts?
It warmed my heart, man. Anytime you're going to these neighborhoods and these hoods, man, to help people, and at this time they really need it right now.
Yes,
I could see in their faces they were shocked. It was heartfelt, and it warmed my heart for real.
And that's what's
Wow.
up.
It did. That's what made me want to help and say, put me down for some gifts for the next round. I'll be down for it.
Well,
Absolutely.
Shadow, we gonna talk offline, baby. When I tell you, we salute you. We are
Yes.
going to
Okay.
honor you. When I honor you, baby, you gonna know you've been honored. I don't know what you've been honored personally, but when I tell you, when we salute you, you gonna know you've been saluted, and you have that just because of like what Jamila said, and with your spirit, with your just with your heart. I
Right.
can feel it through it, and I know it's genuine. So I want to say to you, but Principal Waller, did you want to say anything before I give Shadow last remarks and get him off the line?
I just want to say thank you for his spirit to give back. And, our young people are just, looking for people to be there for them. So I get
Right.
excited anytime there's someone that is speaking positivity into their lives. And so just want to say thank you for your positivity. Your coined a term that I can't use, but
Tamika will let you use it. She will let you use it. Okay.
Quarantivity.
Quarantivity, guys. That's ours. That's
it's
ours.
powerful.
Principal, I also wanted to ask you too, because Tamika brought up something earlier. In this COVID internship, it's going to look different because we can't physically see each other. If you have a student that wants to get into entertainment business and they're close to being senior, let's talk about maybe doing a virtual internship. Maybe there's something we can do where I talk to them once a week. Just an idea. Quarantivity.
Shadow. No, baby. Shadow, you ain't even got to say it. I wrote it down here for Miss Waller already, baby. We got it covered.
Let's do it.
Absolutely, Miss Waller. I was going to make sure. I love you for that, Shadow.
Put me down for it. I'm in. Let's encourage them.
Miss Waller, it's so funny. I got my little notebook here because I'm not really like all etiquette like you are, right? So I got to write down everything, right? So Miss Waller, I put that down there because just so you know, Shadow, she started from the beginning with us. She's mentoring me and making sure that I'm good and rocking out. So when we talk offline, Shadow, I'm going to make sure that as soon as I get off, I'll make sure we touch base with everything and whatever other ideas you have, because I'm sure going to tell you what I'm thinking under this wig right here. Like, I am thinking. Assemblywoman, did you want to say anything to Shadow before I let him go?
I just want to say thank you, and especially letting everyone know who's watching, especially the youth, that one way into a door is through the internship. Yes, and it's all right to pick up those records. It's all right to go get that coffee, because while you're getting the records and while you're getting the coffee, you're learning, you're observing. So I appreciate that. An internship is very, very important. And thank you for reaching out and letting Ms. Waller know that you're here.
No, we're definitely going to support.
Can I use that word too?
No. You got that word. You got it. We have to share. We have to share with our people. Tamika, come on.
Okay, Shadow.
And thank you.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you.
Love
for
you,
having
Shadow.
me. Please be in touch. Thank you.
I sure will.
Nice.
That was nice. Ms. Waller, Snyder High School. High School. All the Snyder people who are watching, there you go. You may have the opportunity to work with someone to get to be mentored by someone who's in the business for over 20-something years. And he's from Jersey City. Like, he lived in Jersey City. See how things just happen, right? Just like that.
Yes. So I want to jump in here now because I haven't seen Miss Waller in a minute. Hi, Miss Waller. It's so good to see you on today.
See you.
I want to talk to you or ask you some questions about the I guess, school right now. Like, what does it look like for those of us that are not in the building and we're watching on the show? Like, we're curious to understand, what is the climate like with school right now? Because we saw you kind of before the school year started good, but now you're like in it. So how is it?
I think that's a wonderful question, and I thank you for asking that. I think one of the things throughout our district is we have our remote learning of excellence. So we're really striving to connect with our students. We are fully remote in my district right now. We're in phase 1. And so what it looks like is we have a regular virtual bell schedule. Our students are using Google Classroom and Zoom and Google Meet to do video conferencing each day. So in our district, it's a requirement that students are having live interaction with their teachers for a given amount of time, each period, each day. So for us at Innovation in Snyder, at Innovation, we also have kind of our Friday advisories, and we have our first virtual town hall pep rally that is happening. And on the Snyder side, we have Wellness Wednesdays, where we have worked with the Department of Health, the Department of Recreation. Shout out to the wonderful director of the Department of Recreation, making a connection to where we do in-class sessions on everything from how students are doing with COVID, how they're coping with post-traumatic stress. Our teachers are doing tutoring hours, so virtual learning hours each day. And then we also have everything from, labs, virtual labs, to breakout rooms with discussions. We have students using a lot of different online programs to interact with each other. So to ask how's school going, it's going as best as we can make it. Our teachers had professional development today. It was a full day of professional development. Right before this session, I was training teachers on some new resources that are free and available to them. So our students are engaged. They all have devices, a Chromebook. There's a partnership with T-Mobile, so we're able to provide hotspots to all of our students. So our superintendent and our central office have done a great job in making sure that those resources are available to our families. So at Innovation in Snyder, we're one-to-one. All of our students have devices and have hotspots. So they go on each day. It's Monday through Friday. It's from 8:30 a.m. until 3:05 p.m. And some of my students even come earlier for the Jersey City Arts program and stay later if they had any credit recovery as a ninth period. So it's a full day.
Wow.
It entails live interaction just like this. So
it's amazing. So let me salute Jersey City, because I want to tell you guys that you are above the curve, right? So, I'm from New York City, and I have a lot of my friends and colleagues are principals and even superintendents, and it's not the same in New York City. A lot of kids still don't have Chromebooks, right? A lot of other even towns in New Jersey don't have one-to-one. They're trying to figure it out. So I salute you guys. Everything you talked about was just so creative, and your town halls. Tamika, we got to jump in one of them town halls. So we got to speak to the superintendent and figure out how we get over there.
Miss Waller, just tell us and we'll do it. Go ahead, Jamila. Whatever Miss Waller wants, we do it.
October 23rd is the first Innovation Virtual Town Hall, and I'll send Ms. McReynolds the flyer.
What is it?
October 23rd for Innovation and October 28th for Snyder. So that's our Wednesdays and Fridays that are kind of like our bonus days.
Put us all down. Send me the invite. Put me down. And if the
Assemblywoman, we love you.
Jamila,
you got me.
Send us for both. Keep our kids going by any means necessary. But even what you just said, and then a lot of districts, let me tell you what they're also doing. They don't have all day virtual. So what it's forcing parents to do is to have to do the work for the kids, because they're not meeting with the kids. Like, they send them assignments. So they might be on 15 minutes a day with a teacher, and then that's it. Everything else is like them doing it themselves. So what you guys have going on sounds pretty close to what school looks like, which is really great. So salute to all of the principals and the teachers and the superintendent in Jersey City, because you guys are definitely keeping our kids going, and that's necessary. Because after this pandemic, what we don't want to have is another pandemic, which the students don't have the necessary learning and that they need to move to the next level. So I just wanted to tell you, we are so grateful for the work that you're doing and the ways that you're keeping our students on board and above the wave, not with the curve. You guys are above the curve. So shout out to Jersey City for that.
Yes, and I want to say, Ms. Waller, you are a principal for not one, but for 2 schools. So kudos to you. And I want to ask you, you don't have to tell us, but I want to ask you, how are you doing? Do you need any assistance from us? That's just lending an ear, giving you a virtual hug. Whatever we need to do, let us know. So let's give you a virtual hug.
That's right.
I'm a hugger. I love the virtual hug. It's a challenging time for all of us, especially those in education. I told my staff today, we do this work because we have a purpose for it, our kids. And so we really love them. And so it's pushing all of us. I've gained so many new skills during this pandemic that only helps my leadership with my young people and my staff. And my staff are working really hard to do that. But we have a wonderful leadership team in Jersey City with Mr. Walker and his Dr. Fernandez, Mr. Jamie Morales, as well as Ms. Ellen Ruane. And they were critical in developing our reopening plan and our phases. And so there's been a lot of support. You know, the district spent a lot of money in purchasing devices and, you know, even offering it in the younger grades. And we're still kind of doing the distribution of some of that. But it's been a challenge for all of us. And we are rising to that as best we can. There's always, you know, hiccups and things that we can do better as a reflective district. We should be reflective. But I'd like to say that there's a lot of support, and I love my kids. And if you participate in the virtual town hall, you're going to see so much talent. Kids that are so excited to get in front of their peers and perform and do skits. So I'm excited for that because we want to keep the spirit up.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Let me just say this too, Assemblywoman and Jamila. I talked to Yvonne. I mean, like I'm calling you Yvonne now. I don't normally do that unless we're in private. I text her, and we text about every day, like literally in the morning, just like how I text you guys. And she had death in her family, and I want to extend the prayers out because for the last couple of weeks she's been going through just emotions. Yeah. And I have to say to you, Miss Waller, you know you are my rock star. And sometimes I have to not to even be even when I'm talking to Dr. Walker, because Dr. Walker, I think he get a little jealous. Yeah, I said it, sure did. He's gonna watch it. Sure did, Dr. Walker, sure did. Love you. And I love him so much because when I told him and asked him and explained, was telling him about, you know, what has transpired, what is doing Zoom and da-da-da-da, and I said, I need Miss Waller. And he was like, hands down, you got her. Everybody may not know this. Miss Waller has been the navigator with all the principals. Miss Waller has been the navigator for me in Rev of making sure that I can sit here and rock out for all of our kids in the district. Miss Waller, and I'm so glad Angela asked that question because I'll just send her a text saying, Diva, you good? Diva, we're praying for you. Diva, you need anything? Diva. Like, I'm so glad you asked that, Angela, because sometimes and don't get me wrong, because, you know, we're rocking out for these kids. You know, we're talking about these kids, but it's so good because me and Angela do that to each other, too. Me and Jamila do that to each other, too. And I want you to know, Miss Waller, I know it's a lot for you to get on this call at 3 o'clock because the bell ain't even rung at 3:05. So for you to be committed and dedicated to get on, and you know you're permanent host. I don't care if you never get on. You're on, even because I talk about you like you're on. But I think that was an excellent question. And Angela, kudos to you for asking, not even knowing, because y'all know I take y'all personal. Like I know we get on this virtual call. I know, you know, we rocking out the kids, but I love each and every one of y'all and everybody that's a part of my team. I love y'all being. And Miss Waller, you are a part of that. I just saw your baby on there. You shared your baby on screen with us. I can't wait to just get the baby. Just, you know, to just maybe give you just a breath a little bit. And I know you're committed. You're in the school. Like you're there every day along with your team. And I want to say to you, like Angela said, this is what we're going to do for you. And this just came up with this wig on. I think it's the $9. I don't know what it is, but I just came up with the thought in my head.
I can't.
Not only we're going to give you, and I know normally we're going to send you to Monique Techniques, and we're going to send you on a spy treatment. That's what we're going to do from Teen Magazine. We're going to. Monique is my sister.
I'm looking a little rough. Like,
nah, you're looking
beautiful.
You don't never look rough at all. But I think sometimes we need to stop for a minute, and we need to really make sure that we let our people, the ones that's rocking with us and for us, to say thank you to you. And you'll schedule it however way you want to do it. Monique, they'll do your hair, do your makeup. Because when I tell you, I'm grateful to Monique that she's able to do that for me. Look at the baby. Look at the baby.
Cute.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, hey, Mama.
Look, the baby gotta go. The baby gonna go with you to Monique's too. Look at that. Look. But we want to send you on a spa treatment and a trip to Monique's, and not to say, it's just to give you some me time. And I'll schedule that with Monique Techniques, and I'll schedule with the spa, whatever one you want to go to. If you have your favorite, or if you just want us to set it up for you, we'll set it up for you. But
Nice.
Angela, I thought that was a hot question because it do make a difference, and you are today's rock star.
Yes,
How
you
about
are.
that?
That's so nice.
And let me just tell you why you're a rock star in addition to that. So not only do you have one school, you're running two schools, a whole household. I didn't know you had this fabulous little baby. I don't even want to ask you how in the world you are able to manage all of those different components, but that just tells your resilience, you know, your abilities. That's the thing that makes you a rock star. You are definitely managing a lot of things and not only doing it, but doing it well. So go, Diva. Salute to you.
Thank you.
And this
so
is
much.
not planned.
Coming from such a phenomenal group of women. It's a lot. You know, I have a support group with some students, students of color and women of color at my school. And one of the things that came out, we were looking at an article on, you know, so often as women of color, we're asked to be strong, right? And we actually have to do that. And no one ever checks in on us and says how you're doing. So I really value this moment for that. And that's really sweet. You don't have to do it at all. Because your words alone are so powerful, because I consider all of you women that I look up to and that you're phenomenal women. So I truly thank you, but you don't have to do anything at all.
No, let me tell you why we have to do it. No, and this wasn't planned, y'all. This is I didn't talk to Angela. I didn't talk to Jamila. I didn't even talk to you. Well, I did talk to you. I said, are you joining the call? I did say that, Diva. You was all right. But let me tell you what God does. And this is why this show is so amazing. Because when you're stronger, you're going to be more stronger to rock out for the kids. When you're at ease, you're going to be able to rock out for your kids at home. So when things like this happen, just those words and just something nice to be able to do, just to put a smile on our faces, to be able to say, we got you, so you can keep them. Because that's what this is about. You know what I mean? So again, this was not planned. Don't think. And let me tell everybody, don't be getting on this line thing. Y'all gonna get spa treatments and get their hair done. Not gonna happen. What I will say though, is that when it touches your heart and touches your soul, this is what happens. Because we just had Shadows on here, and now I want to add Lisa on here because it ties in again with the whole bit with yoga, mental health, and all this stuff. And Lisa looks fabulous. Is Lisa on? Lisa, get on here.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
The love and just the energy. Crazy good. Crazy good.
Don't she look fabulous?
Yes.
Got her hair down. Looking good. Look,
I did a little self-care today myself.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to do it sometimes. And I have to say, just hearing everyone speaking and your commercial about reaching out to each child, and then Mrs. Waller, and just seeing how you guys really get the point across. It's important to let people know that you're valuable. You mean something. You're important, and we want to be there and support you. That is such a great gift that you give those people, you know, the students and Ms. Waller. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, Lisa, I had to put you on, and again, I'm so glad that, and I'm learning as we go. Ms. Waller, I don't know if you know, a couple of weeks ago, I did yoga with Stacy, and Lisa has been coming to Maureen Collier Center, and it's open for the community, and she's been doing it on Fridays from 3:30 to 5, complimentary. And during COVID, again, I want to make sure I reiterate, making sure everybody use their hand sanitizer and wearing their mask, because it's important. I have to say, Lisa has opened up my heart, along with my director, Stacy, because I would have never thought about yoga. And now it's more than yoga to me, because Lisa has such a presence. She has such an energy and a vibe. You know how you meet somebody and they calming? Like, it's just, like, that's who Lisa is for me. When I was talking to her on Friday, I could just feel her energy. She's talking about our energy. Her energy is so smoothing and so calming that I needed that. Like, she doesn't even realize how she done helped me with my wig, honey. Let me be clear, honey. You done helped me. Like, when I see her, it's like, so I say to you, Lisa, I'm so grateful that you're on with Miss Waller and Jamila and Assemblywoman, and to everybody that's watching, you got an opportunity to, see Shadow, with who, not only the people that you're representing, but now willing to join forces with us from our dear good friend Skip. But you have actually entered another domain to open up, because our kids gonna see us doing yoga and say, "Oh, it's cool if Tamika's doing it, if Jamila's doing it, if the Assemblywoman, Miss Waller, guess what? Then I can do it." So I say to you, I thank you, Lisa. I really do. I really thank you for that. I really do. With the coming up weeks, and I know I wanted to go into the next segment with, if you can do like I guess a cool, because I'm so excited right now. I said Lisa will come right on there where we could do like a couple of minutes of breathing or whatever you think. Or what do you think we should do, Lisa?
Well, there's so many things we could do, but I was thinking maybe what we call the box breath, which is great for kids to remember. And it's a way to use your breath just to relax, calm down, reduce anxiety, so it's a great, easy way to check yourself and give yourself a little self-care by being mindful of what you need right in the moment. Yeah. Would you like me to demonstrate? Are we ready?
Yes, I'm waiting for you.
Are you ready? Yes.
We got to on the edge of our seats.
Well, don't be on the edge of your seat. Sit back and relax. Put your feet on the ground. Just notice the ground underneath you, the chair underneath you being supported. Put your hands comfortably in your laps. Just sit back in your chair. And then as you inhale through the nose, fill up the belly and count to 4. And then hold your breath for 4, and then exhale for 4 through the mouth, and then hold your breath again for 4. So it's just like a box. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale through the mouth for 4, and then hold for 4 again. Inhaling and holding, and exhaling and holding. And just as you continue to breathe in, just feel you making space in the body. As you exhale, just release any tension you feel. Just notice that your body becomes more relaxed. Maybe you notice some tension in different areas like the shoulders or the neck area. And maybe you just feel that tension, just release a little bit, just as you exhale, let it go. And then through that space where you're holding your breath, just notice that space. Notice that moment where your breath is still. And that's true stillness. And if you do this for a few minutes, you can really help your nervous system to reset itself and to find some centeredness and some calmness. Inhaling and exhaling. Again, you're inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, and holding for 4. And just notice the space. Just releasing tension. And if your mind wanders, that's okay. Just redirect it back toward your breathing, because that happens. That's normal. But you're in control of your thoughts, so you can redirect yourself back to your breath at any time. You ladies are doing wonderful. So that's what we call the box breath.
Wow.
4, 4, 4, and 4.
So relaxing.
Wow.
And you do it all yourself, right? We really have the power within us to
you can feel the difference.
Help ourselves. And so as we want to check in with other people, it's important that we teach ourselves to check in with ourselves, because you're right. Someone said it earlier, how especially women of color taking on so many different roles, so active, just always giving and being nurturing and caring and giving. It's important to remind yourself, check into yourself, right? Check in for yourself. Take those few moments, even for a little box breath moment. Just
Oh my God.
be loving to yourself. You're all very valuable, right?
Yes.
Thank you
Wow.
for spending
Wait
Thank
a
you.
minute.
Thank you,
Wait,
Lisa.
Elise. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Elise on there. Wait a minute. I thought Elise dropped off. Elise first saying, did Diva forget about me? Hey, Diva from Jersey City PD. I did not. I thought you dropped off.
No, Diva,
Hi,
I'm
honey.
here. Listen, I was enjoying the show.
Oh my God. Oh, Lisa. Oh my God. I can feel see, and this is why this is so important. So we're bringing new opportunities and new just tools for our children to be able,
Yeah,
and even adults, for parents, for kids, for
yeah,
everybody, and for all different professions.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize I needed it until I did it the first time with
yeah,
Stacy. Like you, let me tell you, you are a permanent figure here, because I think we need it. Because let me tell you, I be going trying to get all this information out and then catch a breath, and it's like, okay, now we can just take it on in. So I just these exercises like this, Lisa, and I want it for all our audience and for our youth to know how important it is and how
yeah.
it's just such a good opportunity for them. What do you think is like the key value for with our kids during COVID? Like even for a couple of minutes, I can feel the difference. Like why do you think it's so important for our youth and our adults to be able to see if they can use this as a tool?
Well, especially during COVID, because someone said it earlier, they used the term PTSD, right? So for people think that that's traumatic stuff, but sometimes like COVID can be traumatic for families, for
Mm-hmm.
individuals. So we need to acknowledge where we're at. And that's why it's important to check in with ourselves, because sometimes we're not at our best, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Those signs aren't there to be ashamed of or to hide. They're there to let you know you need to do something. So don't try to ignore those signs. Lean into them. Talk to someone about what you're thinking or feeling. Really recognize that they're not something to hide, but those are the signs of being anxious or depressed. Those are signs to say you need help. Take care of yourself.
Yes.
So yes, it's
Wow.
very important during this time to recognize, check in with ourselves, recognize where we're at. And
Right.
also, I love the idea with the teenage, like doing some physical activity online with the kids while they're sitting at computers all day. I just have this image of sometimes they need to get up, stretch, do.
Yeah.
So you could use yoga in that way too, to help kids find creative ways to get through the day while they're sitting in front of a screen for many hours.
Well, you
Absolutely.
know what? We're gonna have to not only jump out of cars and knock on doors. It's gonna be jumping out of cars, knock on doors with a little bit of
With the
yoga.
yoga.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
add that.
yeah,
We're gonna add that because again, not only mental and staying healthy. Elise, what did you think? I know on behalf of Jersey City PD and Tawanda Moody, what was your thoughts on everything?
Oh my God, let me tell you, just every week you get better and better and bigger and bigger. I'm really, excited about the mentoring part because in listening to what you guys are saying with the internship, in addition to the mentoring is excellent. This is something. It's so funny. My son and I had just had a conversation about that last week of how important it is to intern so that you can, plant your feet on some solid ground and kind of start your path off in the right way. Internship, I know, back in the day, I won't date myself, but Snyder High School gave me the opportunity to do some internship when I was a teenager, um, and it led me on a path to banking. Um, a lucrative career that eventually, led me to government and to bring those skills over to Jersey City Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
So it is very important that we get our youth to start doing these things again because for a while internships had gone away, and I see they're slowly starting to come back. Um, Prior to COVID, we at the Jersey City Police Department, Director Movies is really big on internships, and we would take a lot of the kids in during the summer for them to come in and just see how we ran our operations on the back end of policing. And of course, as a result of COVID, you weren't able to do that this year. But it's very important for children to be able to go into establishments and learn some skills and set their feet on a great path. So yeah, that was really special to see that today, that added component. I hear you guys talk about it often with Randy and Jamila and now with Mr. Stokes. That is important. And I thank you for, being that leadway for Principal Waller over there for the
Yes,
tonight.
yes. And I know Miss Waller, I know you have to go. No, listen, I know Lisa's still talking. I know you got to go. First of all, I love you. I love you. I love you. We'll talk after the show. Kudos to you. I love you. And we'll see you next week. And as always as our co-host to Open Conversations, we salute you. I'll make sure you have everything you need. We love you, baby.
I love you. I salute all of you.
Take care.
But Elise, you know what? I wanted to say to you because I know with it just being so stressful, and I know Assemblywoman, we were together yesterday, just trying to come up with other ways on how we can actually still navigate for our kids. Assemblywoman did something really, really big. I don't know if you saw it. She teamed up with some businesses, and I'm so proud of her. And Assemblywoman, if you don't mind, because I think it's so important of just knowing. I think. Wait a minute. Before I go to Assemblywoman, I think our director just checked in. Is Director Stacy on? Let her get on now because this goes right into Director. Are you on?
I'm here.
Hey, Stacy.
Hi there.
Director, you like that, right? You ain't never gotta wait. You right on, baby. Right? Look. Hi, Director.
Hi, how are you?
We're good. You look beautiful, sweetie. You look good. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Look at Lisa.
You got that necklace on?
I love Lisa.
Hi, Stacy. Love you too.
Director.
I'm talking to the Office of Diversity and Inclusion at the Medical Center because we're still celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month and sharing some of the work of the department. So I'm sorry. I'm late today, but I thought you would appreciate us sharing your good work with others and the work we're doing. So back to Assemblywoman's amazing public-private partnership to help many people. Just amazing. Every time you think, like, how is she doing just that one thing? She's doing another thing.
Yeah.
That's the right. Lord. That's the Lord. That's the Lord. That's the Lord.
No, Director, I was telling her, I said, and I didn't get a chance to talk to you. I saw you, I was in your office yesterday, and you were so busy. I said, because we got some amazing things that's brewing. I said, I got to get the director, because then when she give me her eyes and open up, I can't even share it now because we got so much stuff brewing. And then when I saw it with Angela, I said, oh no, Angela, we about to rock out. But Angela, I wanted to share with everybody because it's so amazing and it's such a good thing when we're able to share. Tell everybody about the whole thing with the computers and who you partnered with, because I thought it was amazing.
Yes, so making connections is key, and having public and private partnerships helps. So to get a call and say, we got computers and we want to partner with you and you can give them to the schools because we know that children need computers, right? But let me tell you what I found out. Yes, the Chromebooks are out there, right? However, the desktops are so much needed. You know why? Because when you're on Zoom, when you're pulling out documents, when you want to share pictures, when you use the Chromebook is saying, okay, pull a picture, okay, pull this, okay, pull that. But when you have a desktop, everything is there and it's not using as much energy versus a Chromebook. So when I spoke to those principals, they were ecstatic. There's one school who has 14 pre-K, and the principal said the computers are so outdated. now the pre-K classes will have 2 computers in each of them. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Another principal told me they're going to deliver the computers to the homes
Oh, wow.
where the kids
Wow.
are.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
the stories, I haven't even shared so much because I'm just doing. It's amazing. So to have, like, I didn't even have to lift anything. When I went to the company, they had a team outside and they packed the van. Thank you so much, Jeffrey from PMG, for allowing me to use the van. And I drove the van. It took me 5 trips, literally, from about 9 to 5 something that day, going back and forth to the different schools down to the, downtown Jersey City to deliver all of these. And the principals and the staff, they were there. They pulled them off. I didn't have to do anything. I just had to coordinate it and allow the students and the families to get a computer. And it's 120. So we know 120 kids, families will be able to have a computer that's clean, fresh, with all the trimmings that they need. So I was so happy for that private public-private partnership, and for all the students and for all the parents and for all the principals and the companies to say yes. And I called out to Mr. Walker and I said, Mr. Walker, I need to tell you what I'm doing. He was like, thank you so much, Angela. So he was just open and he was so grateful for that. So anything I can do, with you, without you, for you, I'm there. That's just the person that I am. And I'm brewing up some other things to help Jersey City people.
Good job.
No, kudos to you. I know, Lisa, first of all, I don't know if Director got an opportunity to see that you gave us some tools and some yoga right before she came on. We know you have to go in 4 minutes, but we wanted to say to you, we thank you. And every week, this is your platform. You're able to get on and be able to help us. You look amazing, too. I love your hair, girl. I love your hair.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's always good to get compliments.
Did you want to say anything before you leave, Lisa?
I just want to say, I just love the message that I'm hearing here. I heard messages about gratitude, and I work with children and families, and I'm always telling people, including my own children, gratitude is the attitude, and I heard a lot from you today about the importance of gratitude in your message. And so I think there's so much that you're sharing, and I just thank you so much that you're allowing me to be a small part of this. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Lisa, if it wasn't for my director, and I'm talking about her in front of her face while she's on the line, because I'm gonna tell it to her face. Let me tell you, she is, and I know you know each other. I'm so glad she introduced me to even say, let's do some yoga. Like, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have still been talking about yoga. And then now you come in and you're in our facility and you're doing these classes, and now you're on open conversations that she's extended to be able to allow us. So I want to say to Stacy, Director, we love you, we thank you, and Lisa, I thank you for having the time to come on to be a part of it.
Well, thank you so much. It was a real pleasure and a privilege. Thank you. All right, Tamika.
All right, see you next week.
All right, bye, ladies.
Bye-bye. And
Director.
Diva, I want to say to the director.
Okay, can I say something to the director first?
Okay, go ahead. It's your show. Go ahead. It's your show.
Elise, can I say something to the director first? Look,
go ahead, girl.
Angela, director, look at that. You got us fighting over you, assembly woman, and look, ready to fight over.
Tell my
Look, I got the police department on. I got the assembly woman on. I got the director. Look, we about to fight over you. I'm teasing it. Yes, you can go and say.
So I want to say to Stacy publicly, and I've said this to you, face to face, and I text you, and I just want to say thank you so much for connecting Angelcares with Table to Table.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, getting that food from them, they give us produce, and getting produce from them through you, because you made that connection, has allowed Angelcares to help more families and to help more seniors. And I'm having a great time working with Kim and Joan in the office. I think we're all best buddies right now, because we communicate every week to make sure that the people that you send over to Angelcares, they get groceries while you're working out, what you need to do. But I just want to say just thank you, because I love Table to Table. I love Julie. I love my driver. I have his cell phone number. He calls me every Friday. And that, again, is just allowing Angelcares to expand what we're doing in Hudson County, not just Jersey City, but Hudson County. So I just want to say publicly, because like Tamika said, and I always say, I don't do everything on my own. I love working with people. I love partnering with people. It takes a village. And Healthier JC is part of the village, and making sure that we feed as many people as we can. So I just wanted to say thank you, Stacey. Thank you.
Hey, Lydia.
So I don't know if you know this, but Assemblywoman, I started volunteering in hunger because of one of my friends from high school with Table to Table 20 years ago when I first moved to Jersey City.
Wow.
And so that now they're back in my life in this way, and in a very beautiful way. I'm gonna say this to maybe push Julia. She just hired one of my former students.
Wow.
I used to teach at the New School in a master's program at Milano. And she just hired one of my former students. So like the connectivity of life with me and Table to Table is rather deep. But when I first moved to Jersey City, I was looking to do some volunteerism, and my friend connected me to Table to Table. And I feel like they've been in my life ever since.
Wow.
And now that they're in yours, we're going to get the next thing we need to get. And Tamika echoed this. Did you try the soup?
No,
Tamika?
you said, did I try the soup? You supposed to get me some more soup, Director.
Okay. So, Angela, I don't know if you've gotten a shipment of soup from Table to Table yet.
Oh, yes.
No, I haven't. I need some soup.
Good.
So, we're doing a lot of work here because we know so many of our children are not eating.
That's
right. So, and they're not getting the food and their resources. And, over the last several months, and we've included the work that you've done, Angela, in our partnership we shared with the mayor, the amount of food that we have been distributing from the health department. And just a few weeks ago, we were working with the We Project. They couldn't do work where they normally do their food distribution on Saturday. So we invited them to do a food distribution at the Collier Center,
That's right.
which was pretty incredible.
Right.
And that was the first week, a part of a re-food project during COVID of like a lot of farmers are not, there's not as many farmers markets. They're not attending a lot of them. And a lot of farmers are not selling all of their food. So there was a special grant to Table and Arrow Farms, and they worked on an upcycle soup product, and it's a hearty stew. And in fact, text me where you are tomorrow. I'm going to share with you a quart because I need to get some to Tamika. And then you're going to ask.
I want mine first, Director. I want mine first.
And then
do
you're
not
ask Julie for shipment of this for our seniors, because it's an amazing, an amazing product that's made locally. And it's a great opportunity to see how we're moving food across our community. So this is all food that's come from farmers that they couldn't sell. And they took it all with all the Arrow Farms greens, and they made this hearty stew. So it's really nutrient dense. Our seniors would love it.
Because we send them squash soup. Like I do send them soup, so they will love to have a different type of soup. So I'll definitely. I want to try it first, though. Okay.
Yeah. I got you.
Elise, you want some? Elise,
you want.
Let me tell you, I love soup during this time of year. Yes, I want some.
We all having soup.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I learned once that soup is such an amazing way to get all the nutrients you need, because if you're using the broth that has all the vitamins or the proteins
Good.
and the collagen, and then all of the vegetables. And like, it's just a real great way, especially now when we're starting to get our flu shots and making sure that we're, you know, staying
You
the
make
course.
pumpkin soup?
I
You
haven't
make
made
pumpkin
pumpkin soup,
soup?
but I do have a butternut squash. I don't know if y'all know that I like to cook.
Yeah.
It's probably like the added COVID-19 pounds.
On all of us.
But I also like to pickle. So after this call, I'm going to go over to the farmers market at the Jackson Hill pop-up and grab some food. So yeah.
Okay. Well, before let's be.
I'm going to make you some butternut squash soup, not pumpkin, but I'll make you some.
That sounds good too, though.
Whoa. Elise, let's back up, Elise. I'm going to get some first before you get some.
Come on.
What are we doing? Director, what are you doing? Director, what are you doing?
There's so much to share. I can share it all. Elise and I go way back, Tamika.
Whatever.
Well, I want to say this, Stacy, Lydia, I'm looking behind the scenes. Lydia says she's coming to Jersey City for some soup.
Because as I was driving on Friday and I see all the trucks stop in front of Angelcares, I said, I know Angela does this like soup event, but it's like maybe that's in January. I remember you. I remember
yes.
I get soup with you.
Yes, you
I
did.
was handing out soup.
Yes.
And I was like, "There's all this soup. We need to get people soup."
Let's get the soup. Yeah.
And
it's going to be cold, so
get the soup.
A couple of years ago, Jersey City had this place that sold only soup. It was called the Soup Man, and they would make some really good soups. And then all of a sudden, they didn't even, without a warning, they left. And I was like, "There's nobody in Jersey City that makes soup." And he would have.
Well, now you got our director that's going to be making the soup. Now we got the director. Look, Lydia. Let's go. Wait a minute, Lydia. Could you put my sign up before I say what I have to say? Put my sign up for the director. See that? Big thank you to Director Stacy Flanagan. Look, so I'm gonna say this before that we close out because I am just because I got so much to say, and then plus, not only with the show, I'm going back to HHS because I'm just excited. But I have to say this to you, Director. I have so much to tell you that you're gonna be so excited, like you're gonna be flipping your hair, like it's so. And I don't want to say it like you're gonna be like flipping your hair, but I have to say to you, but on behalf of all of us, and I'm even going to say the mayor as well, because I'm sure the mayor, you know how sometimes when I go and say, Mayor, can we do this and can we do that? And sometimes people don't see your vision or see what we could do. You never, ever hesitated. And the reason why we're still on air up until now is because of you saying that green light, we can go. I don't want to cry because then you got to pay for my lashes, and I know you can't pay, so I don't want to, because you're my boss, and I know you can't get no money to pay for my lashes, so I don't even want to cry because I don't want you to have to pay for my lashes. So I'm saying this to you because I sincerely mean it, Director. I would take my wig off, but my hair is like curly underneath, so I don't want to take it off because I would salute you with my wig, but I'm not going to do that. I say to you that I am so, I'm thankful for you, Director, and I love you, and that comes from all of us. That comes from all of us behind the scenes. That comes from not only, like our assemblywoman said, Elise, just everybody, our kids, the principals, Dr. Walker. We talk about you like all the time just for you giving us this outlet to be able to rock out. And I love you. And I just want to tell you that you mean the world to me. And I don't say what I don't mean. I don't do what I don't want to do, but I tell you no lie. I love the ground you walk on, and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And with all of that, saying that, not only we reminded everybody with their sanitizer, with making sure they wear their mask, how serious it is, making sure everybody go out to vote, making sure everybody knows that we get ready to get back out and jump out of cars and knock on doors and do that whole piece. I say to you, Director, Thank you for letting us rock for Jersey City. And
Well,
I
my
mean that.
pleasure.
I really mean that. This show is open up. We just had Shadow on from WBLS that you'll be able to go back and see just the people that we're going to work with and what we're going to do for our children. I met with all the principals on Monday on a Zoom call, and they're going to be on next week. They're so excited. But because of you, you have allowed us to do this. So big thank you to Director Stacey Flanagan. I'm going to give you the last word before we close out, Director.
Oh, that's a lot after that. I do think we just, powerful conversations that you have in your open dialogue. And I think, we've been theming a lot of these weeks. And I think today really shouts out some partnership. All of us doing all this work together, not one person is able to do this alone. And the beauty of partners across our city, it's very easy for any one of us to pick up the phone and call someone and either share something we have or be able to help and assist or refer individuals. I mean, I can't tell you from day one of COVID, just Assemblywoman's call to action has just been incredible. And figuring out ways to support and give and then also like understanding like how do we keep everybody safe and so and really and it's important when somebody that you're partnering with understands all of those same things, right? And that's sort of the connecting point. So earlier the table-to-table connection was available because someone else gave me that connection, and then we pay it all forward, and we just create like more and more layers of fabric on this. And I think partnership is important, and we should always maintain that there's nothing that we can do alone that wouldn't be better if we were doing this in partnership with other organizations, other partners. And it makes it all work. Today I've had many meetings, like I'm sure all of you have, that talk about what's going on in the community. How do we reorganize X or Y? And then, this beautiful conversation we just had with the medical center and their staff of just all the partner organizations out there that are doing this great work. And that's why we have the Healthier JC partnership. We believe not everything is done by the city. We believe that the power is in the partnership, and the people doing the work. We can help illuminate that work, shine a light on you, or share with you when we have resources. And so if you sign on or check it out, and I think Angela's seen that. We can't give everything, but we're always like, there's more access. We've got something here. Like, let's figure it out. And, from Elise's standpoint, because she's come to us a lot saying, look, there's these people, they have money. How do we do this work? What do you want to do? How can we make something happen? Many times. And those things are really important to keeping our city healthy and safe. And so continue your wonderful partnerships, Tamika. You've been doing an amazing job, and seeing all the people that come to the table every week. They're all really great partners of ours.
Well, you know what, Director? I say to you, and kudos, you did something last week. You said coaching. You're talking about partnerships. And now we're talking, because the main thing too for me, and it sticks out too, is the mental health piece. Those words every week, I'm calculating all those words because we're going to make it, and we're going to have it make a statement in a big, big way. You think that I've surprised you. You think that I've made you proud. You haven't seen.
I wake up one morning and there's like a video, and I'm like, what's going on here?
You like that? You like that, Director, right? We got a promo, a commercial that's being shown on Hot 97 and in the schools, and we're rocking out. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So again, kudos to you for allowing us. Kudos to our honorable mayor. I love him dearly. Kudos to you, Assemblywoman Elise, to Director Shea, to Wanda Moody, Police Chief Kelly, just everybody that just rocks out. Sherockdecor, Y'all continue. Yeah, I know Tashonda, and she actually just walked in, and y'all know how I feel about the team. Tashonda Carson, Wednesday, Shay, and all of them. Don, when I tell you I cannot do this without them every morning, even though Shay has been handling, just making sure everything is good. Every morning I'm texting them, making sure we good. Lydia, Jamila, and Margaret. I got to shout out to our HHS team. I got to make sure I touch base with Ms. Inez and Margaret and Emma and making sure we got everything there, and they're connecting the dots. So again, thanks to everybody. Let's just keep making sure we keep our people safe. Stay safe, do your 6 feet distance. Make sure you use your sanitizer. Make sure we use our mask at all times when we're supposed to. And let's continue to rock out. Director, I love you. Assemblywoman, I love you. Elise, I love you. Thanks for a great show, everybody. See you next week.
Take
See you
care.
next week, guys.
Good night.